Darren here with my Oscar reaction and review. So my Oscar nominations reaction and review. The Oscar nominations were announced this morning, and I was supposed to wake up for them, but I didn't because insomnia is a bitch. But yeah, I'm here. I'm ready to get. I'm just gonna give some of my quick thoughts on some of the nominations because I am really excited about these things. I have never been this excited about the Oscar nomination list in a while because I love some of the choices. Some of the choices, whatever, but some of the choices I don't like, but most of them I'm really excited because it signals change, really acknowledges some of the greatness that came out this year, some of the great films that came out this year, and man, I'm just really excited for some of the nominees because not only have they been nominated, but they're making history. They really are making history. Um, so let's just go ahead and get into these. I'm not going to go over each and every one of the nominations, but I want to hit most of them, or the ones that are just like yes, just so much yes. So going starting off with Best Picture, of course. Let's go ahead and kick it off. What was nominated for Best Picture is Called by Your Name, Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, Get Out, Lady Bird, Phantom Thread, The Post, Shape of Water, and Three Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri. I love this list. I think this list represents. I think this list really does represent 2017 in a great way because it's full of genre. Lady Bird is a pretty good coming of age story, and then Get Out was once again genre, and also a good social commentary. And then Dunkirk, Dunkirk is just this really visceral experience. Calling by Your Name is very, very representative of times today as well. So it's just I love it. I like this list, but also The Post, and this is another thing I want to get to real quick. So The Post in the shape the Post and Phantom Thread is actually are two I wish were taken out. I wish this kind of I actually wish they didn't use all 10 slots this year or just replace them with something like maybe because I like the Post. I like the Post a lot. In the Phantom Thread, I saw it the other day and actually surprised me. I was not looking forward to that movie at all, like at all. I don't know what I like the trailer. I even like the trailer, but I just wasn't really looking forward to going into it. It just didn't really seem like my thing. But I walked away from it. And actually, Vicky Krieps and Daniel Day Lewis and just Paul Thomas Anderson's direction, which I'll get to later as well. He just made the film into such. I just find Phantom Thread isn't perfect to me. I still have my problems with it here and there, but I mean, I'm surprised how just entertaining that movie was. It was super entertaining. It kept me locked in all the way through. Um, and same thing with The Post. The Post is another movie, and I love Steven Spielberg. Steven Spielberg's still my favorite living director. I mean, he's my all timer, and I love what he did with The Post. I love the what he got out of his actors. I love his blocking of each scene, and also how entertaining, similar to Paul Thomas Anderson, how entertaining he makes that film. And also, The Post has a little bit more. I think a little bit more reason to be in there because of like what it says about our current politics and how it can kind of remind you that the government shouldn't lie and this and that. So I think it has a better message to it than Phantom Thread, but at the same time, I just think those two movies should just be taken out and replaced with something like maybe The Big Sick, or just either replaced by something like The Big Sick, or just shave it down a little bit. Um, just save it down to eight nominees this year because yeah, just then Post and Phantom Thread. I think those are just like those are your average gimme Oscar films. So yeah, I kind of wish those were taken out. But yeah, moving on to Best Director, which this is great. This is fucking fantastic. Best Director is Christopher Nolan for Dunkirk, Greta Gerwig for Lady Bird, Jordan Peele for Get Out, Paul Thomas Anderson for Phantom Thread, and Guillermo del Toro for The Shape of Water. I agree with all those choices. Look, you could have thrown in Luca, the director. I can't say his name right now. Sorry, it's early. The director for Call You by Your Name. I think he would have been a great choice to be nominated as well. Even the directors for not Get Out, Good Time. Also, yeah, you could have. I think Good Time would have been a cool movie to see in the best picture. In the best picture category, but yeah, I think you could have put in the directors for Good Time as well, because they did a fantastic job. But just Chris Nolan, what he did with Dunkirk, that just pure fucking adrenaline rush that you got from Dunkirk. Greta Gerwig did a lovely job. This is her first directorial debut, and she did a lovely job with Lady Bird. Jordan Peele did a fantastic job with Get Out. Guillermo del Toro just created absolute pure magic, cinematic magic with The Shape of Water, and Paul Thomas Anderson made a pretty damn entertaining film. So I like all those. I like everything on there, and also what Paul Thomas Anderson got out of Vicky Krieps, and just making Vicky Krieps and David Dan Lewis, and just like that table scene in Phantom Thread is so organic, and I love it. I love it. And Cyril. Sarah, the actress who plays Sarah, she's great as well. So yeah, I love this list. And also, Jordan Peele was a Mad TV. He's a Mad TV alumni, and he's nominated for an Oscar. Like, that's so cool. And also, Greta Gerwig, even though this number should be higher, she's the fifth nominated she's fifth woman to be nominated for Best Director, and that's like, she's really, like, that's trailblazing, man. That's awesome. Even though, like, hopefully that number gets higher in the years to come, because it should not, like, within 90 years, it shouldn't be just 5 women nominated. That's insane. It's insanity. But I'm just glad she's paving the way and getting in there. So yeah, I mean, I like Greta Gerwig and Jordan Peele. They're up and comers, standing next to Guillermo del Toro, Paul Thomas Anderson, and Christopher Nolan. That's great. And also Christopher Nolan, he's still upcoming too. I love that list. That list really does make me happy. Moving on to Best Actor. Let me just say, with Best Picture, I'm still have to think about that, but I'm just going to go over some of some things I would like to win as well. And I would love for Get Out to win for Best Director. Even though I love what Guillermo del Toro did with Shape of Water, I think Shape of Water or Get Out, that's my pick, because I just love what he did with Get Out. If I made a horror movie, like, that's some of my sensibilities as a writer, and just kind of infusing horror with comedy. I like, not complete comedy, but just having those moments of levity and having those laughs in there. That's the thing I love to do. So I would just love to see Get Out get in there, and also Guillermo del Toro for Shape of Water. Just the magic he created on screen was great. So those are my top 2 choices. I would like Get Out. I would like to get Jordan Peele to win for Get Out, but I think Guillermo is probably going to take it, and I'm cool with that. So moving on to Best Actor, we got Timothée Chalamet for Calling Me by Your Name, Daniel Day-Lewis for Phantom Thread, Daniel Kaluuya for Get Out, Gary Oldman for Doctor's Hour, and Denzel Washington for Roman J. Israel Esquire. Did not see Roman J. Israel Esquire, but also good on Denzel. I think this is his. I think he's leading. I think he's the most nominated African American actor. I believe so, with 8 nominations. So good on him. I haven't seen the film, so I can't really judge his performance. Gary Oldman in Doctor Strange. Gary Oldman in Darkest Hour, he was fantastic. I loved his performance in that movie, so I really hope he leads it and wins. Daniel Kaluuya is great in Get Out. It took me a while. I kind of forgot how great he was. We watched the film a few weeks ago. He's really good. Like, he has range. I mean, what he's able to do in the hypnosis scene, the ferocity he's able to unleash in at least in the final battle, like the final fight with everybody in the house. I mean, he's really good. Daniel Day-Lewis, of course, he's Daniel Day-Lewis, and what he's able to do in Phantom Thread, along with Vicky Krieps, is he can they give each other what they need in that movie. So the handoff that they're doing is fantastic. So yeah, Daniel Day-Lewis and Timothée Chalamet. I really got on board. I'm not going to spoil it, but at the end of Call Me by Your Name, he does something as an actor that is so magnificent. And I think that really just it's similar to another. it's similar to another. It's similar to one of the actresses in here, but yeah, it's just like he does something that's really great, and also good on him. Like, just as the year he's been in Hostels, he's been in Call You by Name, Lady Bird. He was in just a lot of good stuff. So, yeah, but I'm leading with Gary Oldman because I think Gary Oldman just gave the best performance, the best leading male performance of the year, and I really hope he gets that statue. So moving on to Best Actress, we got Sally Hawkins for The Shape of Water, Three Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri. I mean, that's not an actress. That's a movie. Frances McDormand for Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Margot Robbie for I, Tonya. And Saoirse Ronan for Lady Bird. And Meryl Streep for The Post. Going into this, I said my top choices for best leading actress were Sally Hawkins, Frances McDormand, and Saoirse Ronan. They're in. So, yay, Darren. But yeah, they're in there, and my top choice is still Sally Hawkins. I think what Sally Hawkins does in Shape of Water is incredible. Like how she can emote without saying anything, and just you could really just feel like her love for this creature. And I just think what she does is great. Frances McDormand is also great. Saoirse Ronan is a chameleon. Like, you can never really... Like, I mean, I didn't realize that was her until, like, when I was watching the trailer. I was just like, who is this actress? Who is it? And then, like, the name started popping up. I was like, oh my god, that's Saoirse Ronan. What? So, yeah, she's a chameleon. Meryl Streep is great in The Post, especially her ending bits. What her character is going through is a gigantic struggle. So, and, like, how she just comes through at the end. So she deserves that nomination. She definitely deserves that one. And Margot Robbie is in I, Tonya, like that mirror scene. She has a scene like just in front of the mirror, and just her emotional breakdown, and also a scene in the courtroom that she has later in the film in the courtroom. Just that break of emotion, just breaking down as a person, and it's just yeah, it was great. I mean, I think that gets her in. That locks that scene alone for me personally, at least for me, that locked her in for a nomination. So, yeah, I'm glad to see all these actresses in. I love this list, and I think I want Sally Hawkins to win. I just really would like her to win because I think she personally she gave the best performance of the year. Female leading performance of the year, but you can say Frances McDormand could win because she's been slaying at all the other guilds, and Saoirse Ronan could win. She's very, very much well deserving. They're all very much well deserving. So I don't know. I think Frances might win. Frances is probably going to win. Might surprise us with a Ronan or Sally Hawkins, but we'll see. Now let's just get down just quickly. Best supporting actor: William Dafoe, Woody Harrelson, Richard Jenkins. My man, he was great. He was great in Shape of Water as well. Sam Rockwell in Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. I'm glad he's Oscar. I think this might be his first Oscar nom. I'm not sure. I hope he wins because Sam Rockwell was great in that movie. So just moving on. Richard Jenkins, I loved him as well, but yeah, I'm not gonna focus too much on best supporting. Best supporting actress is something I did want to get to. Leslie Manville, I'm glad she was nominated as Cyril because she was great in Phantom Thread. Like, she has this line, she has this line, like, they're arguing, like, Daniel Day-Lewis's character, Reynolds, is arguing with Cyril, and she's just like, don't try to fight me. I'll go right through you, and you'll end up on the floor or something. And she's like, how she says that, she just, don't fuck with Cyril. Don't fuck with her. Yeah, so how she says that was great. And just how, like, she was just great throughout the entire thing. Laurie Metcalf is still my leading lady that I would like supporting lady. But the actress that I would like to see get that nom. I mean, not she has the nom, Darren. It's early, guys. I'm sorry, but yeah, I would like to see her get that win because I think she gave a fantastic and more layered performance than Allison Janney. And Allison Janney is great in I, Tonya. It's just, I feel like with I, Tonya, I've seen that performance before. I've seen the disapproving, nasty mother so many times, and Laurie Metcalf is doing a little bit of that in Lady Bird, but she's also just it's just more defined, just more layered, and just how like they can just go into an argument and just come right back out. Just how similar Lady Bird is to Laurie Metcalf's character, and just like how much of a key she really is to that film and the overall threat of it. So yeah, I think this Laurie Metcalf just gave the better performance, but yeah, I mean Allison Janney might win because she's been she's been winning all the Guild Awards, so Laurie Metcalf might win. Also, sorry. Mary J. Blige and Mudbound. I haven't seen Mudbound yet, so I can't really give my opinion on that. But I need to watch it because they actually got some. Kudos to Netflix for actually getting in this year. Actually kind of breaking the wall there. So and I'll tell you, Picture in Shape of Order. I don't know if I would give for a nomination. I mean, she was great in the movie. But I don't know if I would give her a nomination, but I'm also not like screaming from the rooftops that she is in there. So yeah, good list on supporting. Moving down. Sorry. Best adapted screenplay: Call Me by Your Name, The Disaster Artist, Logan. Whoa. Molly's Game by Aaron Sorkin, Mudbound by Virgil Williams and Dee Rees. I really, really need to watch Mudbound. The Disaster Artist by Scott Neudestetter and Michael H. Weber, and Call Me by Your Name by James Ivory. So, best adapted screenplay. I think this is going to Call Me by Your Name, because I don't think Call Me by Your Name is a winning Best Picture. So, I think this is where they're going to get their recognition here, and I think it's the out of what I've seen. I haven't seen The Disaster Artist, and I haven't seen Mudbound. Saw Molly's Game. I didn't really care for it. Logan is a great movie. Don't get me wrong. It's not one of my favorites of this year, but Logan, if it just didn't, and this is spoilers for Logan, it came out like at least, I don't know, it came out March, I have a poster looking right there, it came out March 3rd, it's almost a year now, just a small little spoiler. I just want to put Logan in there because, I'm glad this is representing and really paving the way for more superhero cinema to come through. I mean, as long as it's deserving, get that reward, and not please nominate them, but with Logan, I just wish, if it just didn't have X-24 in there, I'd be more, on board with that. But it's just, that having that kind of clone cliche in there, it kind of, I don't know. That plot device just really kind of damages the movie for me, just for me personally, because I feel like I've seen someone face their past, and their past looks like them, and you have to fight it, and whatever. It's just, I've seen that so many times, but apparently, on the good side of that, Logan, it was a great struggle about a man coming to terms with his mortality. It was not only a great film, it was also a great superhero film. It gave great performances. So, and it's, writing rise, what it was able to give to its actors was great. So, yeah, I'm glad Logan's in there, but I would just, Call Me by Your Name is the leading choice for me. Best original screenplay. There's a lot of good choices in here. We got The Big Sick by Emily V. Gordon and Komo Nuanji. Nujanji. I said that wrong, and I'm sorry. Get Out by Jordan Peele. Lady Bird by Greta Gerwig. It's early. Three Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri by Martin McDonald. The Shape of Water by Guillermo del Toro and Vanessa Taylor. I would give it to all these movies because they're all great, and also just and all these talents are fantastic as well. I'm glad that Kamal and Emily V. Gordon That's a very personal story to them. That's how they met, and it's just got nominated for an Oscar. And Kamal's an Oscar nominee now. Jordan Peele is an Oscar nominee, two-time Oscar nominee. Greta Gerwig is a two-time Oscar nominee. Guillermo del Toro's up there. Mark Donald's up there. I love Seven Psychopaths. I really love the screenplay for Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. It's great. It's all good. I would still give it a Get Out. I would still give it a Get Out or Big Sick. Those are my two leading choices. Shape of Water is great too because Shape of Water, unlike Logan, unlike Logan, it takes tropes you've seen before and makes them still feel new. It makes them feel new and fresh. Like that Beauty and the Beast love story that still feels very, very fresh. But I would say I would give it to Get Out or The Big Sick for Best Original. But either way, I love all these nominations in the Best Screenplay category. And Best Cinematography, I think this is going to close me out. Let me just double check. Oh yeah, I'm going to talk about Best Original Score, Best Song. Yeah, I talk about Best Song. And that's it. I think that's it for me. And then Oscar Doodle. Yep. Okay, so going back right there. Oh, I might hit Best Visual Effects. I don't know. But Best Cinematography. Roger Deakins. Roger Deakins. His name's Roger Deakins. Roger Deakins, please. Look, I love what Hoyt Van Hoytema did with Dunkirk. Rachel Morrison. Rachel Morrison is the first female cinematographer ever to be nominated, and she came from a Netflix film. That's fucking badass. That's awesome. And she's shooting Black Panther. What? So, Black Panther's I can't wait to see Black Panther even more, because now Marvel has a Academy Award winning. I mean, they already had her before, but just she can carry that title now, and that's great. And I really need to see Mudbound. I think I've said that 3 times. I really need to get around to seeing Mudbound. I don't know. Sometimes with some of the Netflix movies, it just takes a little while for me to come, because I still haven't seen like The Babysitter, or I haven't seen the Mirror stories. So I need to get on that. But yeah, I look I'm loving all these nominations because even Darkest Hour, I think the closing shot of Darkest Hour is one of my most memorable moments of 2017. Dunkirk by Hoyt Van Hoytema. He's great his cinematography, the flying. If you didn't see Dunkirk in IMAX and they release Dunkirk within the next month, go see Dunkirk in IMAX. If you can find my friend saw it in a dome theater. He said it was crazy. Just find the biggest screen possible that you can see Dunkirk on, because the flying in that movie is insane. It's crazy. And then some of the shootouts, just sound editing, it's insane. But yeah, I'm still going with because just what Richard Deakins, and he still hasn't won a fucking Oscar. And what he's done for the last few years, and just how he is able to frame some of these things, and in the entirety of Blade Runner 2049 is so beautiful. It's such a beautiful world, and how they incorporate miniatures and all this stuff, and just how he's able to just create these frames is fantastic. And I didn't see a movie this year that looked as good as Blade Runner 2049. So please give that Oscar to Mr. Deakins, because the man deserves it, man. The guy deserves it. So, I think that's it for me, Oscar-wise. Best Original Score. I was originally always... Okay, once again, except for Three Billboards, because I don't remember the score. Dunkirk was nominated, Phantom of the Red, Shape of Water, Star Wars The Last Jedi. Dunkirk... The score is the ticking of the clocks. Using the ticking clocks is one of the most inspired choices I've seen in a war movie. That's great, and is how he incorporates also the sound effects with the score. That was cool. It's cool as well, and also the treatment when the plane crashes into the oil, and then that segment of the score that was great as well. Phantom Thread, I think Johnny Greenwood is the star of the movie for me. The score is what I walked out of that movie still remembering from Phantom Thread. I mean, not trying to discount any of the performance or anything, but man, I was really like the score just stayed on my mind. It's like Paul Thomas Anderson was just like, Johnny, just tell your own story. We're gonna tell our story visually. You tell your own story. You tell your own story with the music, and the music is just it's so like dun 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 dun. She's like, yes, I love it. So that was great. The Shape of Water, Andre Desplat. I will. Magical is a word I use a lot to describe The Shape of Water. It's magic. Andre Desplat's score in Shape of Water is fantastic. It's magical. And Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Look, John Williams. The fact that John Williams can still create such iconic scores like Rose's theme and the Spark and the New Alliance. It's just and also what he does with the epilogue. His finale. Is great. I mean, like this guy is still bringing it after 30 years. I think he's about 89 or 79 years old. So yeah, and the fact that he can still show up and just still create scores that I'm going to be able to continue throughout the rest of my life, still listen to and still hold on to, and it's just like that's iconic now. I mean, the Spark is the Battle of Crate, even incorporating some of his older scores. So personally, I'm going to take John Williams just because like. He can. I mean, the leading guy in this has always been Andre Desplat to me. But since I didn't expect John Williams to get nominated for The Last Jedi, so I'm gonna take The Last Jedi just because, like, the fact that he can still bring it after all these years, is incredible. I think that's really cool. So yeah, I don't want to run into a 30-minute runtime. I've been talking. I didn't expect to talk. I was expected to talk for 10 minutes. That did not happen. So yeah, just finishing this out. Just like heading over to best original song. This Is Me is fantastic. I think they should like start the show with that. I think like they should play that during the show or start the show with it or something because that's. I think actually John Campion. Yeah, that's where John Campion actually had the idea for that. To start the show with This Is Me. So yeah, that'd be great. And yeah, so sound mixing, Dunkirk. Give all the sound, everything to Dunkirk. Best animated film, Coco. Yes, just why the fuck is the Boss Baby? And I mean, why? And it's the same. Yeah, that is. Yeah, give it to Coco. Let's all have a good cry. And yeah. So sorry, one second. Gotta wake myself up for a second. Yeah. Vodka. Good stuff. I'm joking. That's just water. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I got everything. All right, so yeah, so that was my thoughts on the Oscars. I don't really feel like anything necessarily got. I mean, just off the top of my head right now, I don't think anything at 10 a.m. in the morning. I don't think anything. I can't really come to mind that anything that really got snubbed. I just wish, like I said before, the Post and the Phantom Thread were kind of taken out of the Best Picture nominations and just just went down to 8 because I think the 8 films that are left are just really representative of our year. Even though the Post had a lot to say, it's just not one of the personally it's not one of the best pictures of the year, but well, I don't know. I just like best picture like out of the 10 like it is one of the best, but just like to be nominated, I don't know. I just it was kind of and that's no offense against the film. I really like the Post, but just to take it out and just kind of narrow it more down. But if they want to use 10 slots, that's how they use it. I mean, like just put the Big Sick in there or something else, or yeah. So that was my thoughts on the Oscar nominations. What do you guys think? Do you guys feel like anything was snubbed? Are you guys looking forward to the big night? I really am now because these nominations are great. I'm really, really loving them. I haven't been this excited for an Oscar nomination in a while. And also, this is the first time that I've seen all of the films before they were nominated. Like, I saw all of the Best Pictures before they were nominated. So, yeah, I'm happy about that. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you like hearing me talk about movies, please hit that subscribe button. Come join the conversation. I'll be glad to have you. Also, check out some of my trailer reactions. Check out my commentaries on the MCU leading up to Infinity War. And yeah, and also my top 10 should be out this week. Yeah, along with the Thor commentary. So, with all that being said, I'm Darren Lacey Jr. I hope you guys enjoyed this, me talking about the Oscars for 30 minutes, and I'll catch you guys next time.